What's up, guys? It's Tyler from House of Cards bringing you another live duel with post-Cyberstorm access cards using proxies. We hosted a tournament, and this one is going to be a Purrely versus Shane Superheavy Samurai. I will say, this is an interesting match. I hope you get to enjoy it. There was two matches in one, so we got to see them both play two matches against each other, and this was a really good video. So if you're looking to learn some Superheavy Samurai combos, this video is for you. As always, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. We've been growing so much and we truly appreciate you. Let's get over 3,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for all the support. If you want to continue to see content like this, please hit the notification bell so we can keep bringing more content like this. We truly love it and we love doing it. So with all that being said, let's dive into Shane's Superheavy Samurai versus Purrely in a post-Cyberstorm access live duel.
House of Cards.
TCG.
All right, diving into game number one. Let's see where we're going to go here. Who's going to start first? We're going to go ahead and see what appears to be Shane on the left playing Superheavy Samurai and buddy Shane on the right playing Purrely. We're going to go ahead and see the wagon normal summon. That wagon loves Shane's hand. We're going to go ahead and see the wagon come down. That's going to go ahead and search out the Soul Piercer. We're going to equip the Soul Piercer to the wagon. Then we're going to go ahead and link that off for the Scarecrow. That's going to allow the Soul Piercer to go ahead and search. And let's see. He's going to go ahead and search out the bike. We're going to go ahead and activate the bike. And then that's going to go ahead and search out a Prodigy. We're going to go ahead and scale the Prodigy. Prodigy effect's going to activate. That's going to go ahead and special summon itself and scale the p.u.n.k. Then we're going to go ahead and activate the p.u.n.k. That's going to go ahead and search for a super heavy Samurai. And we're going to grab the Soul Peacemaker. I think it's actually a soul specifically for the p.u.n.k. Then we're going to go ahead and activate the Scarecrow. We're going to discard the Gamma. And that's going to go ahead and special back the Soul Piercer. Now we're going to take the Prodigy and the Soul Piercer. And that is going to go ahead and make an Excel. Prodigy actually gets scaled here, I do believe. And we're going to go ahead and activate the Excel. Excel's going to, it does get scaled, there you go. And then we're going to go ahead and activate the Excel. Excel is then going to go ahead and bring back the bike or the Gamma. And we're going to search off for our Superheavy Samurai scales. Because the Soul Piercer was sent to the graveyard. That's going to go ahead and bring back the bike. Then that's going to go ahead and make our Baron de Fleur. And we have our first Omni Negate already set up. Now for extenders, we're going to go ahead and use the Soul Peacemaker, equip it to the Scarecrow. We're going to use the effect and pop both. And then that's going to go ahead and special out our scales, other scales. I guess we had placed two in deck. Scales is then going to go ahead and activate. That's going to bring back the Soul Piercer. And then we're going to go, ooh, look at that Duel in his hand. That's really good against Purrely too. And then we're going to go ahead and take both the Soul Piercer and the Scales. And we're going to make what I believe is probably the Ballista. We're going to go ahead and activate the Ballista. That's going to search the Ancient Gearbox. And we're going to have the Soul Piercer as well. So we're going to see the Ancient Gearbox come down. And we're probably going to go ahead and grab ourselves out a... Let's see, he's thinking. I would say off this hand, yeah, you probably grab the Soul Gaia. Now, the Ancient Gearbox, because it was searched from deck or graveyard, lets you add the Tunneler, which is the Broken Draw 2. That card, honestly... Alright, then we're going to go ahead and see the Tunneler come down with the Pin Summon. And that is going to be the Soul Gaia, the Ancient Gearbox, and the Bike to go along with that. Just so insane that they printed that card as a Pin 1, right? It's just crazy, so... We're going to go ahead and see all that come down on top of the Omni Negate that's already set up. This is going to set up the Appaloosa as well as the Regulus. You can see our Purrely player, he is bored. He has decided to get on his phone and scroll Facebook, maybe some eBay. Check out the Tyler the Great Warrior, see where that price is at. 1.4 million, insane. All right, we're going to see the Appaloosa come down. Then we're going to go ahead and see a Link 2 or a Synchro Summon into a Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon's then going to go ahead and equip the Ballista. So we have two Omni Negates and a 3-mat Appaloosa. Did not get the access to the Regulus this time, but we're still going to get that Tunneler. Tunneler shuffle back 5 of the Earth Machines and draw 2. Makes the resources just keep going and makes it really hard to just deal with the Super Heavy Samurai. But we're going to see if our Purrely player can actually play through this. Let's see. He has not scooped yet. He's off Facebook and he's ready to start dueling. So... let's see what this draw 2 is. That's probably an Ogre, and then an Ash and a Veiler, right? So we know that Shane has Duel. That's probably going to shut down our Purrely player. We could probably just go ahead and skip to game 2 at this point, right? But Looks like we're going to be looking through his extra deck just to confirm that, we know what we're playing up against, playing Purrely. I'm just kidding. It's just Cyberstorm Max. This is pre-testing before the set even came out, so we're just helping one another out. That's all that is. So, again, but this is with proxy cards before the set even came out, so we really just want to test the decks, see how they perform, see how they play. Everybody was so high on Purrely pre to the set dropping. I just don't think it's going to be that good. That's my personal opinion. You can quote me on that later. So, all right, let's see. We got the Brahma Pool, the Purrely player. Let's see what he wants to do here. All right, that's a wrestling joke in case you get it. He got the Kaiju, but unfortunately that only deals with Appaloosa. You still got 2 Omni Negates and hand traps in hand, so that could work pretty well. Main decking the Kaijus, I like to see it. Gonna see the normal summon of the Purrely come down. Purrely effect is then gonna go ahead and activate, and there's the first hand trap, which is Valor. Let me see a Talents. Let me see a Talents burn one of those Omni Negates. All right, we're gonna go ahead and see what appears to be a Sleepy come down. Sometimes it's really hard to see these Purrely cards over the live duel, especially with the Sleepy. I think that's Sleepy. I don't know what he discarded there, but it looks like another Purrely spell. So that puts 2 in the grave. That's pretty good. And that's going to go ahead and special out another Purrely. We're going to go ahead and activate this Purrely effect. I do not see another Valor, but I do see an Ogre in Shane's hand, so that's going to hit the continuous spell if we're able to get out a Lily. And he's looking through his extra deck. Let's see what he decides to do here. Did he not resolve the Purrely, or is he not going to resolve the Purrely? There we go. Okay, we're going to resolve Purrely now. And I do see some Purrely spells. I don't know which one he grabbed there. It looks like a Happy to me. Could be pretty. That might be pretty. That looks like pretty. All right. And our Purrely player is now thinking what to do. He does have access to go into a scoop here, so yeah, he just doesn't have anything. That's unfortunate. That's what happens with super heavy samurai combos, though. Unfortunately, is they combo, then you got to scoop if you don't have Dark Ruler or something like that, because the hand traps are really what applies that pressure to you. So, all right, let's go into game number 2, and we're gonna see the Purrely player going first. Alright, this is a great chance to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these live duel contents. I want to keep bringing them to you, so please subscribe so I can improve my setup and we can get some non-glare cards going. Alright, so we're going to see I'd love to see an overhead stand where I can actually look down on the cards. That's ideally really what I want to get to. So we're going to go ahead and see a normal summon of a Purrely. This is going to go ahead and activate. I think he's considering he's considering a Gamma here. So he is deciding to use the Gamma here. Gamma really strong against Purrely, removes the monster, but he does have the follow-up in what appears to be the Happy Memory. But the thing is, I don't think you can activate Happy Memory because you have to choose one card on the field. You can actually choose the Gamma, but he has the Ogre for that. That must have been My Friend Purrely. That was definitely My Friend Purrely. My apologies. And the Ogre's the My Friend Purrely, gets it off the field. So now we're going to see the Super Heavy Samurai go ahead and normal summon the Wagon. And that's unfortunate. 2 hand traps dealing with it. He slaps the Valor down with confidence. The thing is, though, Shane doesn't have an extender, which he doesn't, because he used the Wagon as the normal summon. If he doesn't have a Scales, Peacemaker, Solgaia, this might be tough for him. Let's see what he does. I see a Valor, and I see another Valor. I don't think he has the extender. I think that we're going to see a Spy. Spy's going to go ahead and special back the Wagon. Now we're going to activate the Wagon effect. I have to double check and make sure that's not once per turn here. Hold on one second. So extremely big brain of Shane. He activated the effect to change its battle position to defense, which is a separate effect. Then when that got Valored, so the other Shane should have waited to Valor it until it activated the effect to change it from face-up defense to attack to then search. That effect is once per turn. So, because Shane special summoned it back in defense position, he was able to activate the effect to change it to attack to then search. So Shane, actually the other Shane, misplayed that, and he should have waited to Valor it until he was in defense going to attack. So that is good to know for the Super Heavy Samurai board. Anyway, catching up, we saw a Regulus come down, and we're going to go ahead and see a Scarecrow come back. I'm not sure how the Scarecrow came out. It must have been linked off. Must have been linked off with the equipped Soul Piercer, and that grabbed the bike. Then we're going to get the bike effect, and that's going to go ahead and search us out what appears to be a Prodigy. We're going to scale Prodigies. Prodigy's then going to go ahead and special summon itself, and that's going to go ahead and scale the big p.u.n.k. p.u.n.k is going to go ahead and search for a Scales, and that's going to grab the Soul Peacemaker. I keep saying a Super Heavy Samurai Soul, not Scales. My apologies. And we're going to go ahead and equip the Peacemaker to the first Scarecrow. We're going to go ahead and pop them. And then that's going to go ahead and bring out our Scales. Scales is then going to go ahead and target the Soul Piercer. That's going to go ahead and bring that out. Now we're going to take the Prodigy and we're going to take the Soul Piercer. And then the Prodigy will go face up in the, or actually go back into the Scales there. And we're going to bring out an Excel Stardust Dragon. We're going to go ahead and Excel 1, Soul Piercer 2, Piercer's then going to go ahead and search. And we're going to go ahead and see the Purrely player scoop. That is very unfortunate. It looks like we're going to get the 0-2. So Shane wins 2-0, but you know what? I have a ton of video left here, which means that they must have played another match and gone with a game 3. So even though Shane took both games, it looks like we're going to go ahead and see a game 3 against these guys because, again, this is testing. So, you know what? I'm here for it. Let's go ahead and move to a game 3, or maybe it was a match 2. I'm not sure. We're about to find out. But let's go ahead and move on to that. So it appears that the guys decided to play another match, and we're going to go ahead and record over this because I'm going to hear for the content. So you get to see an extra match in this duel. Let's see if the Purrely player can actually win a game against Superheavy Samurai. Superheavy Samurai could be a good matchup against Purrely. We shall see. But that was a quick 2-0, and Shane's obviously going to be starting off, and you can see Shane's reaction on the right that he's just like, man, come on. He's got the arms folded. He's got scratching his shoulder. He's like, come on, man. So we're going to see the bike come down. Bike's going to go with Prodigy. Prodigy's then going to special summon and scale the p.u.n.k. p.u.n.k is then going to go ahead and search what imagines a Soul Piercer. Then we're going to go ahead and normal summon the Soul Piercer. Let me stop. I already know the lines. I could be wrong, though. Maybe he's already got Soul Piercer in his hand. Let's see what he goes for here. He's going to grab the Soul Gaia, so it means he probably already has the Soul Piercer in hand. Let's see what he decides to normal summon, or if he decides to link off. There's the Soul Piercer in hand. He's going to normal summon the Soul Piercer, link that off for the Scarecrow. Scarecrow is then going to go ahead and come down. I might label this video Superheavy Samurai Combo Tutorial. So we're going to go ahead and see the p.u.n.k, which was already activated. We're going to get the Soul Piercer effect. I apologize. Soul Piercer's then going to go ahead and search. He already went through bike. He might grab another bike here, or he might grab his Soul Peacemaker. Let's see what he decides to grab. Usually it's Peacemaker. We're going to grab Wagon, so he must already have Peacemaker. This is how you can kind of tell what the Superheavy Samurai player already has in hands. If you learn the combos, you can figure out what's in hand. So right now I could tell that based on his searches, he has Peacemaker already in hand. He's going to go ahead and activate Scarecrow. Scarecrow's going to go ahead and discard the Gamma. That's going to special back the Soul Piercer, but he does have an Imperm for the Scarecrow. Shane probably did not see that coming, so that is a good one. Imperm on the Scarecrow. Let's see what that does for him here. Yeah, so right now you could probably already tell 2 cards in hands, which is Soul Gaia and the Soul Peacemaker, so it does a good read there. Already had that in hand. We're going to get the Peacemaker effect. That's going to go ahead and pop the Scarecrow, and he's still going to be able to full combo from here. Brings out the Scales. Scales is then going to go ahead and activate, bring back the Soul Piercer. I wonder where a good point for Imperm. I guess you have to hit the Scarecrow, honestly. Maybe a good point would hit the Scales once the Scales summons back. Might not be a bad spot there. Something to think about. But either way, he's got the Scales. He's going to be able to pin summon. So we're going to go ahead and Excel. Excel's then going to go ahead and activate. That's going to go ahead and bring back the bike. That's going to make his first Baron. But then I don't know if he has the extender to keep going after he makes a Baron here. So he might have to alter his plays a little bit. We're going to go ahead and see the Soul Piercer search out another bike. Bike can then go ahead and grab himself. He still has Soul Gaia too, so Soul Gaia can actually attach to the Scales and then can special summon itself. That can make the Ballista. I think that's the play that he is going to go there. So Soul Gaia attach, take both of those, make the Ballista. Ballista effect will then activate, grab you the Ancient Gearbox, which then grabs yourself the Tunneler. So he's going to go ahead and grab both here. Yep, saw that line coming, and now he can go ahead and pin summon out, and then based on his hand, which we do know is bike with the Tunneler and the Ancient Gearbox, he can bring out all 3. I'm sure he doesn't want to bring out the Ash. Let's see what that 4th card in hand was. Oh, the Wagon that he searched. We did know that. So this is going to be full combo. He's got 2 level 4s to go into a Merrymaker, and let's see what he ends up doing here. He still has to activate the Wagon effect. Wow, really good here. So he special summoned the Wagon in defense, uses the effect to switch it to attack, and that allows him to search. That's going to go ahead and search out the Soul Piercer. And from here, I would imagine that he's going to want to go ahead and go for a Savage with a Regulus is the line that I think I'm seeing, but he also needs Appaloosa here. So maybe he just goes with Regulus Appaloosa. Let's see what Shane decides to do. he is going to take the Tunneler and the Ancient Gearbox and the Ballista, make that into a 3-mat Appaloosa. And then he could take the wagon and the bike, make the bike level 4, or make the wagon level 6. And then he could go ahead and make a Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon can then go ahead and equip the Ballista. So he's got 2 Omni Negates with Appaloosa. And don't forget about the Tunneler, which is going to put 5 back and also shuffle them back and draw 2 cards. So that is the most broken card. It's horrible. You hate to see it because you know Tunneler is eventually going to get banned because of this reason. You got to play Duel. You gotta Duel's main deck worthy for sure. Potential to also be Dark Ruler. You might have to play Dark Ruler in the main deck now. I'm looking at some different lines, seeing what I want to play. So the draw 2, obviously insane, adds hand traps to hand, and we're gonna see the Purrely player go ahead and go. And let's see what he decides to do. Is he gonna scoop or is he gonna go into the next game? He's decided to scoop. That is what happens. Superheavy Samurai combos. You scoop. And you go into game number 2. So, all right, this is match 2. Let's go into game number 2. Let's see if our Purrely player can actually pop off or he's going to be stopped by hand traps. All right, heading into game number 2 of match 2. We're going to see Purrely going first. Let's see if we can get some Purrely combos going or if we're going to be stopped by hand traps here. So, again, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Help us get to 3,000. We're going to go ahead and see the first Purrely card come down. That gets messed with an Ogre. That is my friend Purrely. Now we get talents. Draw 2 more cards. I do see a Veiler in hand. That is unfortunate. Let's see what other hand traps Shane might be on. This is the thing about Superheavy Samurai is they play a lot of hand traps. I do see Driver. Love to see that in his hand. All right, we're going to see Delicious come down. Delicious, they're going to go ahead and discard the Kaiju. I don't think that the Shane on the right had a side deck, so he was just playing with his, go first build, which was set up inside the main Kaijus, so it's a very interesting build. I can't say that he's wrong here because Purrely Towers is a thing. We're going to go ahead and see the Purrely come down. I'm going to go ahead and activate the Purrely effect. I would imagine that's probably going to get met with a Veiler. And that is. And it looks like Shane is just going to scoop. And we're going to see Superheavy Samurai go 4-0 in this video. If you enjoyed this content, please make sure to subscribe. And this has been Tyler with House of Cards TCG. I'm sorry that the ending was like this, but I am officially signing out.